Oh my God, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, as always, Show Some. I'm happy to be back.
Fuck that, as always.
It's been amazing. As you guys can see,
As always, my ass.
From my beautiful accommodations, I am speaking to you live from Prince's Torture Dungeon.
Sitting directly across from Morphod.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
They're not wearing pants. You can't see from here, but neither of them are wearing pants.
No, I would reach out, but it would just get freaky from there, and it's all downhill, and I don't want to do that to our viewers. So.
Yeah, that's also you'd also get us kicked off of Twitch. Really.
Probably. So yes.
Why? Because we don't have tits, and well, actually, there's
it's
kicking out the tits.
Veg isn't here, so
yeah, we don't have tits. Veg isn't here.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us this week. I of course would be remiss if I didn't introduce my awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts, which of course I have to do right away. Up first, Mr. Pentharian.
Hey, what's up? I'm your Pentharian as always.
As always. I fucking hate you guys.
I
could just feel the animosity through my computer screen.
I had a very large glass of scotch, and no, actually I didn't have scotch. I had Crown Royal. So the Crown Royal came in a bag that had our NBA mascot embroidered on it. So even though I really am not into Crown Royal, it had a bag with their mascot embroidered on it.
It's not that super creepy pelican, is it?
No, it's the grizzly, which is awesome.
It's a pelican.
It's basically a artist's rendition of Salitha.
Oh,
it is. And actually, interestingly, so the announcer for the Grizzlies, if you've ever played Oblivion, the announcer for the arena in the capital city. So I don't know if you've played Oblivion and you go to the capital city, you can fight in the arena. And the guy is like, champion!
What the fuck are you doing to that microphone over there?
I was trying to hit the mute button because I needed to cough.
Ah.
And then I hit the mute button again because I needed to hate you people.
Yeah. Anyway, our basketball announcer, sounds like the announcer from Oblivion, which is awesome. I had to look it up to make sure it wasn't actually the same guy. So every time I'm at the basketball game, I think it's like a video game. It's awesome.
And that's why you're drunk. Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah. I think we found someone else who's muted. Yeah, that would be you. You kind of are.
Talk more.
Hi.
Mute less.
Yay.
Mute less. So introducing up next, the dickhole in charge, Mr. Morphod.
Hi, on a hill was a lonely goatherd.
I think besides Ron, I'm also sober today, and this is weird having two sober people on. Speaking of sober, we have Mr. Ron Clay.
I am so glad that you're doing this week, but I am here with my. Fuck!
You were. Damn it, he's out. That's it. Show's over. Show's over. Go home.
Diet blueberry sugar water.
His diet blueberry carcinogens.
Well, speaking of sugar water, right? Because I said I'm sober, I'm over here drinking Mountain Dew from Taco John's.
This is a disaster. This is a complete disaster. I am out. I'm completely out of tea.
A blueberry sugar water.
There's no sugar in it.
No, there's no sugar in it. It's only carcinogens.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Sugar alcohols.
One of the things that's going to
not sugar alcohols.
Well, water will give you cancer these days. Trust me.
Only if you live in California, Show.
Dude,
oh, right.
The state of California is known to the state of California to contain chemicals that will cause cancer or birth defects.
I agree.
Good to know.
Apparently, fucking causes birth defects.
That is true.
That's actually true.
100% of birth defects are caused by fucking.
Yep.
Well, hold on. There's like IV procedures and shit like that.
Life is a sexually transmitted disease.
It is.
Yeah.
It's terminal. And you're not going to survive.
Show, what's the first half of the show called?
Oh, fuck. It's news!
God damn, I missed that. I have no idea how much I missed that.
We tried to do it. It just
probably
doesn't
trying
work.
to figure out what the fuck is going on today,
I do okay with it,
It's
but
okay.
it just isn't the same.
It's not. God, I miss you guys. This was fun. I miss you guys. All right, so let's talk news. There's some crazy shit going on in the world, but I have been so completely out of the loop that I have to pass it on to my
Even when you're the host, you can't even do a
Illustrious
good
co-host?
fucking
I-
job.
I can't. No, it's
Hold on.
terrible. I'm caught
Hold on.
completely
No.
surprised.
You're like the
Oh.
millionaire that just came back to his home and it's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I
Right.
forget what I can do here.
That's
show.
exactly.
Show you have a
Wait a minute, I have a
Problem.
kitchen and I can get a
Oh.
midnight snack whenever I want.
He has servants to bring him that. What's he need a
Oh,
kitchen
shit.
for?
Well,
All right.
I'll get
Whatever.
to that. Yeah,
So-
it's crazy. But
Shit.
yeah, all
So,
right. So news.
We got Zelda supposedly is coming to Android.
Ooh, yeah.
That is I'm cautious about this because Mario came to mobile.
Well, to
And
be
it
fair, Mario wasn't
was-
bad if you didn't have to pay for it.
That's,
That's
the
the thing.
point.
So the article that I read was I agreed with 100%, and it basically said if they make a Zelda game that is just a regular Zelda mobile game, right? Like Link to the Past, or sorry, not Link to the Past, Four Swords, or
Hell,
fuck,
even
what's
Breath
Game-
of the Wild.
Game Boy one?
Who, Minish Cap or
No, the original Game Boy one.
Link's
Link to the
Adventure?
Past?
DX?
Link's Awakening. Link's
Or,
Awakening.
yeah,
That's
that
what I
one.
mean, yeah, it's-
If they make like something like that, although frankly they can make a Link to the Past on a mobile now with as good as they are. If they make something like that and then be like, this is a $10 game, right? It's a $10 game. And then they don't do all this shit where you have to buy extra stuff or whatever. That would be good. It'd just be a mobile Zelda game.
Did you see what Squeenix did with Space Invaders and Arkanoid?
No.
They
No.
basically mashed them up together into a mobile game.
Ugh.
It's being sold at a flat price.
Yeah.
I'm considering buying it.
That's not a bad idea.
It's like $3. It's like really cheap.
A reasonable flat price for a good game. And that and maybe okay, let people buy microtransactions. Like I
I'd
don't
be
know,
okay
get
with
an
that.
extra heart or take half damage or some shit like that. Like whatever. I don't care if you decide that you want to play that way. But don't make the game something that depends on microtransactions. Like to get to the next dungeon, wait 3 days or pay $5.
Yeah.
That's
That would
shitty.
bring it all down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I'm
we'll see if that happens and how they decide to do it.
I'm just a little worried about the control scheme because I haven't played a mobile game yet that has good controls for that style of gameplay. With
So
the,
I
you know,
played
with
the DS Zeldas, Spirit Tracks, and whatever the boat one was,
oh yeah.
and that was all pretty much touchscreen, and that worked pretty well. So
Yeah, it wasn't too fun to Spirit Tracks, but I get
Oh,
what you're saying.
but yeah,
For me, it's that digital thumbstick. It never works for me.
Yeah,
I can never
but
get
it's got to be a more proper touch interface.
Yeah,
Like there's a game on iOS that came out many years ago. I had it on my iPhone 3 called Vey. And I
Hmm.
think it's like a remake of some other game, and it was actually really good, well done touch controls to get around on like the overworld map and stuff like that. It's really good.
be real nice. Yeah, good change of pace anyway.
Yeah, it's based on a '94 video game by the same name.
Okay. All right. Who else got news?
I guess I'm the news guy.
Yeah, I
so
guess you are.
Nintendo
Yeah.
decided they want some of that sweet Stardew Valley money.
Oh God, no.
And they're releasing a new Harvest Moon game soon
Mm.
to Switch and PS4 and PC called Harvest Moon Light of Hope. The preview looks pretty good, but I have a feeling that it's kind of corporate, right? Like Stardew Valley was made by one guy, and it's his passion. He loves it. And I'm not saying that some of the developers who work for Nintendo don't love what they do, but I feel like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon is going to be more of the same, and they're just going to copy stuff off of Stardew Valley. I don't know. Maybe it'll be
It's going to
good,
be a clone versus somebody's magnum opus.
right? And it's funny because Stardew Valley is kind of a clone of Harvest Moon, but they just made it so well that it's different. It's it's just different and it's good. And we'll see. I mean, maybe it'll be a good game. All people who have played Stardew Valley and they're on their, umpteenth playthrough and they want something new, it'll give them something new to do.
Yeah, assuming you have the Switch.
Well, or is that or PC or PS4?
Oh yeah, right.
So, can you guess why your your WoW tokens are up even more now?
Oh man, what was it like? 140K it maxed out at?
It's really high.
Got bad. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know why.
Why?
Ron, tell us why.
Because Destiny 2 not only is going to be released on PC exclusively through the Blizzard launcher, or they're actually calling it Battle.net. You can buy it with WoW tokens.
Oh God. Oh
And
Jesus.
presumably any of the shit that
Yeah.
presumably any of the extra DLC shit will also be purchasable with WoW with Blizzard currency.
It's interesting that Blizzard is crossing over into getting a third. It's not maybe
quite
call it a
third party,
second party. I don't know. Second doesn't really work, but
Yeah.
it's basically a sister company of theirs, since they're all under the Activision brand. They are now putting other games into the Blizzard launcher, and it kind of seems weird to me.
Well,
See-
I think part of it is it's not just the Blizzard launcher. I don't know if it's actually going to be on the Blizzard launcher. They keep saying Battle.net.
Mhm.
Now I'm wondering if that means that they're using that architecture, that system. I'm not a programmer by trade. So.
I think they just got their wires crossed for their marketing terms.
Right, but I think what they mean is like, if certain games have their own matchmaking system,
this
they
is
have their own
this is
servers.
Hold on, time out. I'm definitely seeing that this is on the Blizzard launcher.
Okay,
I was gonna say, I thought I read
This isn't just a cock up of names here. It's,
okay, then that's fair. But what I was thinking is that even that being true, that they're using the Battle.net server architecture and server systems to serve this system when they start playing Destiny versus having its own set of servers, its own whatever.
Yeah.
So it's running through that same system.
Yeah, so I read the fact on this, and basically what it is that the game servers are all Bungie's,
Mhm.
and the social shit is all Blizzard. And to talk about the Battle.net thing, quote, "It's still Blizzard launcher. We made an exception for this announcement." So it's yeah, there you go.
Maybe there's a
You know-
contract signed. That was the verbiage.
If you would have asked me a year ago, though, if this was going to happen, I would have said no way. I would have said the Blizzard launcher would have become the Activision launcher, and then they would have integrated all of Blizzard stuff into this bigger thing. So to see this, I think, is an interesting, I guess, turn of events.
The thing is that the Blizzard launcher is more than just another Steam client. It integrates all the social things. Like you can be in StarCraft and talk to somebody that's just chilling in the launcher.
Yeah.
You don't have to be. It's not in Steam.
You don't have to pull up the
Steam
overlay. You could just
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
What is it like? Tab complete as long as you know the numbers, or
If
Yeah.
they're on your friends, you can see them on a friends list in game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
That all said, there's a reasonable chance that I'll buy Destiny 2 because I've got like $150 in Blizzard credit for my tokens.
I'm
I'm
for
going to
that
get it just
SPSs.
because Destiny 2, to be honest. But
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll check the reviews because don't fucking pre-order games ever.
Yep. Haven't
Yeah, I
since we
agree.
talked.
And
I'm abstaining.
I still do.
also, the only time that I haven't done it, I may do it in the future for games that have a pre-order bonus that are specifically something that I want and it's a company that I want to support. In that case, I'm okay with it. But if you're doing it just because, I really want that game when it comes out, just
You're
buy it
talking
when it
more
comes out.
Triple A then.
SimCity ruined everything for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if SimCity didn't, No Man's Sky did.
Yeah, definitely.
Although to be fair, I got my playtime out of No Man's Sky. I'm not upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get my playtime out of SimCity.
Well, that's because SimCity sucks.
So,
Yeah.
so
SimCity sucks my goat's ass.
I might do Destiny 2, or I might wait and see if there's going to be any new Blizzard IP or I'll probably buy the Necromancer expansion for Diablo.
Yeah. I know
was
they
so
said
mad at Sim City. I pulled out the Legos and I built the fucking city. And I had the little Lego guy go, and it was still a more accurate population count than what fucking Sim City had. And then I lit the whole thing on fire because I was able to. I had to simulate the disasters. But then it's like, have you ever seen a Lego melt? It doesn't have the same effect. I wanted to.
This is why Morphod is in a bomb shelter, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not so the bombs can't get in. It's so that Morphod can't get out.
You know what he reminds me of? What's that comic?
Lewis Black.
Lewis Black. Yeah, 100%. Easy.
Someone else, I think, more was able to combine. You sound like Lewis Black combined with Gilbert Gottfried, and
that's pretty
Nick.
accurate.
That was Nick last week, I think.
That's pretty accurate, though.
So good.
Moving on. So Witcher, which of course I played for about a year whatever.
Played for a year last year.
A year for a year. No, I actually bought it in November, so not quite a year. But I played 2 for a long time. I played 3 for a long time. I still have the DLC for 3, but I'm playing a different game right now. Anyway, they're getting a Netflix series based on the book, and it has a pretty decent producer. It is not supposedly involving Project Red, so it is not based on the games specifically, although some of the actions, some of the stuff that happened in the games may work its way into the series.
Makes sense.
But we'll see what happens. Supposedly the author's really into it. So
yeah.
Moving along, Mountain Blade, if you're interested in that, it's a pretty good game. Free on GOG. So even if you have no idea what it is and don't give a shit, it's free.
It's a free game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard something free.
Yes, Mountain Blade on GOG. So just search free Mountain Blade GOG and you'll probably be able to find it. It's probably on their main webpage.
Why would I want to mount my blade?
It's mountain, not like it's not mountain like veg. It's mount.
Why would I want to mount a blade?
You don't mount your blade.
I am in a torture dungeon, and even I would not mount a blade.
You have a mount.
You do the other end.
And you have a blade.
Come on.
Wow. Run.
Mountain blade.
Run. God damn it.
And Pat, they forgot the
I have a mount. I have a blade. Mountain blade.
Well, this went downhill fast.
So,
Yeah,
Overwatch. Who likes to play Overwatch?
Yes. Who doesn't
I like to
play Overwatch?
I don't, because I have a potato.
You can run about that, sir. You can run GLaDOS.
I was going to say, I'm sure your slow clap processor is still working.
I'm sorry, what?
You can release deadly neurotoxin.
He can't play Portal 2 because he's on a potato.
Yeah. God.
Does your clapper work?
Actually, it runs Portal 2 pretty well.
Yeah. I mean,
Chris in here is saying that they see now why they don't let Kalen out of the bunker.
Yep, that's exactly why.
We all know. Show lived outside of a bunker, and then they started watching the show, and now this is why he's in the bunker.
Yeah, death threats.
Every time I come down the stairs to the bunker, I say, "Down, down to Goblin Town." Sorry.
Yeah, I believe you do too.
I would have said through hardships untold and dangers unnumbered, I've made my way through the Goblin City.
Come on.
See, you don't even know. Your stairs aren't even that.
I can't remember the rest. Actually, it's true to the show.
Down to Goblin Town. There, I just went down 12 steps. We're done.
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Down to Goblin Town is a very long safe word. Kristen, I don't know who you are, but please keep coming back to our show. It's amazing. So we're having the Overwatch anniversary event. It is going to start May 23rd. It's going through June 12th. There will be 100 new things you can get. There's really no word yet on if those things are going to all be persistent, like if they're adding new skins that you will always be able to get, or if there's 100 things that are all like, if you don't get them during this event, you will not be able to get them until next year. real quick, Falling Soldier 27 asks opinions on the new EA Battlefront 2. Any of you guys played that?
Not yet. No, I got to do my research on it. The problem with finding a new job, I don't have much time to play games up until recently. So, yeah, I got to start looking into it some more. Definitely. I wasn't a big fan of the first ones, so I don't know.
It looks really good.
It looks good, but this was one of the few that just really let me down.
Yeah, well, Battlefront 2 comes out in November.
Yeah, no, I'm talking the first one let me down. Yeah. So I'm kind of iffy about the second one, just because if it's more of the same, I don't want to drop my money again.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones I actually got a refund on.
I mean, I think it's just one of the things that we have to watch. We just watch it for a little bit and see how it's doing, and then if people like it, we'll buy it.
See, I'm a huge Star Wars geek, but I don't know. I couldn't do this one. So
yeah, the prequels taught me to not just blindly give my money to Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't know. The movie was pretty, or the more recent one, the spin-off movie, I guess you could call
Rogue
it.
One, I like.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Speaking of Star Wars for a moment, so my kid has a couple Star Wars books. Like he's 3.5. He's got a couple like Star Wars ABCs and whatever.
That's awesome. Start him early. Good for you.
D is for Darth Vader, and it's like D is also for Daddy. And I was like, if you ruin Star Wars for a child, I will divorce you. Yeah. I said, there are plenty of things that I let go. I would not let this go.
You could.
And she thought I was joking. I was like, I probably wouldn't actually divorce her, but I was like,
the truth comes out.
I would actually be
meat hooks. She's got the meat hooks in you. You're never gonna escape now. You showed weakness.
No.
And she will exploit that.
There will be anger.
Oh God!
I'm really
who let Lewis Black on the show?
I'm not capable of showing my anger, but I would be really angry if she ruined it for him.
Yeah, they won't do that. She wouldn't do that. She knows better. Anyway.
Okay. So last thing for news. I'm sure you guys may have some other things, but last thing on our list is that Blizz is as good as they are. We talked 2 weeks ago, last week. I don't remember. I wasn't here, but I don't remember if we talked about while I was here, when I wasn't here. But Blizzard fucked up and lost their source code for StarCraft.
Yeah, I saw the article.
They returned it, and as a result, they got like an all expenses paid Blizzard BlizzCon vacation and all kinds of shit. And it was like they were really cool about it. So this week, Blizzard fucked up for Gaara, Gaara, for who's apparently a big Hearthstone guy, and they were releasing the scores, right, for the Hearthstone Championship Series or whatever it is, and they said he was qualified, right? They told him he had X number of points and he was qualified for the championship. Well, it turns out they had accidentally given him an extra. Oh, that looks delicious. They had accidentally given him an extra point. And it was the point that put him out of contention for the championship. So he didn't play like aggressively. He felt he was in, and he didn't take certain risks that he might have otherwise taken. And as a result, he is now, they have gotten back to him. They said, you are not going to the championship. And they said, we're sorry, we screwed up. And they're offering him 100 packs of Ungoro, which is, I guess, the most recent expansion. And a ticket to BlizzCon.
Well,
not terrible.
It's not the worst. I don't think it's a trip to BlizzCon. It's not. They're not paying his airfare. They're not paying his
nobody's got
hotel. They're just giving him a free ticket. It's not bad, but I mean, what's the prize for winning the Hearthstone Championship? I mean, what's the expected value of that, and just the experience of it? They should have just figured out a way to make him like a wild card. I don't know if they fucked up. And now, granted, You could also argue he should have been keeping track of his own points, but I don't know enough about it to know if that's feasible for him.
I would also agree with that. I mean, that's something that you have to be responsible for as well as the competition. You need to know where you stand before you take silly risks that may cost you the game.
You know,
It's like
I'm fairly pragmatic. You know, I can see both sides of the coin here, but to me, I think it's very big of Blizzard to even offer that sort of stuff out. You know what I mean? Yeah, they admitted they made a mistake, but at least they were trying to make amends. And you do that with companies like, you know, EA, Activision, some of these really, really big guys that don't have that same connection with their fan base. They're not going to do those sort of things. You know, they're just not. They're like, oh, we screwed up. Sorry, pal. And they'll send you on your way.
I agree to that.
I kind of side with Blizzard. I mean, yeah, it really sucks, but at least they did try to do something.
I mean, if you have a shit happen in a Magic the Gathering game, for Wizards will not do shit for you. Like,
no,
they're just Magic the Gathering Online is an absolute clusterfuck. Now it might be a little bit better now, but there was a long time where it was a clusterfuck. And so, yeah, to Joe's point, it sucks that they're not doing more, but the fact that they're doing anything is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I feel for the guy. I really do. Because that's, you know, when you say you're going, you get all those your hopes up, and then the hype's immediately dashed. That sucks. But anyway.
Ron, talk about shit that I don't care about. Whiskey time.
You mean League of Legends?
Scotch,
when TSM
Scotch.
completely flamed out last week after beating, I think it was Team WE.
No!
They beat Team WE, and then they lost to G2.
This is what
and
happens
then they
when
lost
I'm
to
gone.
WE again.
This is what happens
Was
when
it
I'm
WE?
gone.
Am I getting this right? I don't remember if it was WE, but it was. I mean, they lost to the same team they beat earlier in the day, and so they're gone.
It's bullshit, man. As soon as I'm gone, my team fucking loses.
TSM, man. Well, they won the championship. They
Trade
won
Skill
the
Master.
NA championship.
Trade
you
Skill
go.
Master.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we have SK Telecom, who recently defeated their opponents 3-0. They're going to be going on to face Gamers 2 tomorrow. So basically, Korea versus EU for the finals of MSI.
God
I'd
damn it,
ask who was your pick, but I'd have to make fun of you if you said anything other than SK Telecom.
I want to know who let freaking Penth type in chat. That's what I want to know.
Penth, I'm gonna guess.
Ugh.
Just the thought.
And Coles, which doesn't help. Anyway,
So what's your favorite Pokemon show?
Oh, it's Flash Wolves. It wasn't W. You're right.
I have a favorite Pokemon.
Can we move on? We're done. On to the second half of the show. Show-san, this is your favorite half of the show. What's it called?
Games.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Tunes,
Guys, I'm gonna
toys, downloads.
guys in chat. I'm gonna have to ask that you take the penis out of chat, please. God damn it, Penn.
Yeah, you started.
Out of
it.
chat.
All right.
You know what? Just for that.
Just don't. Oh God. All right. I'll go ahead. I'll keep the fucking train rolling. So, yeah, it's,
Train wreck rolling.
Yeah, the
Yes.
train wreck. We're gonna
Choo
keep
choo,
it going.
bitches.
All right, so yeah, just got a new job. I'm renting this freaking house. It's my whole life is absolutely bizarre, right? Well, I finally sat down, started gaming again. Fortunately, I got a small bonus here recently, a large chunk of which is going into the new house I'm buying. But I had to treat myself, right? And I'm so freaking excited. I finally have an Oculus Rift.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, my
All
baby.
the 3D porn he's going to be watching.
It's amazing. I can't even describe it. It
I'll be
really
right
is
back.
good. It's amazing.
So, how many Japanese titles have you now purchased? in the
Japanese?
last- Oh yeah,
None
they're
that I
going to be
know
on the forefront of that 3D sex technology.
of. They probably are. In fact, I'm not gonna lie. I did start looking for different stuff. It turns out there is a Bluetooth, let's call it a male attachment that is supposed to be able to sync
It's
up.
called a vibrator.
It syncs up with the action on the screen.
Okay,
That is a
I have
Japanese
to ask, why are you looking at male attachments?
Well, my wife was asleep, and I didn't want to go wake her up. So, I mean, you gotta.
Male attachments.
Ron, that's not. Anyway, yeah, Yeah, see, there you go. So Coles in chat has a whole section dedicated to VR. So
Yes.
head over to Coles' site. I fucking hate you. Anyway, no, man, the Oculus, it's really, really cool. I am having a hell of an issue with the sensor that kind of detects your space and depth as you move your head around and stuff. But I think it's a USB issue. I think I'm pulling too much and my bandwidth is exceeded. But I'm still playing with that to double check. It does require 2 USB 3s and an extra HDMI port just to run that system.
And a partridge in a motherfucking pear tree.
It might as well be. It's drawing a lot of power, but it's an absolute blast. When they say, that there's a huge difference between the videos that you see and what's actually being seen is absolutely true. It's as smooth as it can possibly get. I have not run into any lag spikes or huge anomalies or any of that. So, well with it. Oh, chat.
Stop playing so much.
God, I missed you guys. That's yeah. Anyway, so I got that. But then, more importantly, right? Let's talk something a little more down to price range. I found the coolest VR game, or not VR, mobile game that I've ever played, and it's right down here. You guys can't see it. It's called Egg Inc.
I told you about that, didn't I?
Thanks for explaining to me what it was I couldn't see. Well, you showed me, you fuckface.
Well, I told you you probably couldn't see it. I saw it on the Play Store.
You know what else I can't see? Your cock. Okay, you can put it up on the screen. Won't be able to see it.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Moving on.
Okay, I thought we were going to
way
test
too
that
much
theory.
penis.
I thought we were going to test that theory. Anyway, no, it's a completely ridiculous game. All you're doing is raising chickens to make money. It's an idle game.
I told you it was about cocks.
Yeah, but I'm addicted.
Hold on.
I'm addicted to the cocks. So,
oh my God!
What kind of eggs are you making, Show?
He's not making eggs. He's addicted to cocks.
I am currently making
tachyon eggs.
Cocks.
So
time travel eggs. Those are good ones.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So other than that, that's about all I've been able to play. Work is absolutely crazy. I have like 0 free time.
So I see that your work is affecting you because you're like obsessed with fucking poultry.
Yeah, it's weird. So I told him earlier,
and you go home and you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
My new job, I work at a turkey processing plant. We take live turkeys and turn them into that butterball fucking whole turkeys that you see over there. Which, by the way, is amazing the amount of blood that comes out of these fucking things. Like, it's disgusting. But, yeah, that's where I work now. It's a cool job, honestly.
Can you pardon a turkey? Do you get like 1 turkey to pardon per day?
No, but the company that I work for actually did get one of Obama pardoned one of our turkeys.
And then you ate it anyway?
I don't know what they did with it. It was before I started there, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
You should find that turkey and fucking eat its face.
Eat it anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck your pardon, turkey. Anyway, yeah, that's it. So, Ron, what have you been playing?
After that,
yeah,
wow.
Okay,
Ron.
Okay, so I did my Wild Wednesday stream on Wednesday, and the first game that came up was The Witness. And I played that motherfucking game for 2.5 hours. Each and every one of you need to get your goddamn hands on that game and play.
I have that game. I haven't played it, but I need to go back and watch your stream of that.
It is.
Begging pardon. I have misplaced my goddamn hands.
Okay.
These are my fucking hands
Regular
because I am in my dungeon.
Okay, so your fucking hands, you can get your fucking hands on them too. It doesn't matter. As long as you have hands, get them on this game. It's really good. It's a nice little puzzle game. It doesn't explain anything to you, and that's the best part of it. So it's a lot of fun.
Run on a potato.
Maybe.
From my understanding, it's like if Myst only had one kind of puzzle in it.
Well, that kind of
It's not really one kind of puzzle, but I mean the puzzles are it's a similar idea, but it's a lot of fun. It's definitely worth checking.
And the name of that one more time is
The Witness.
The Witness.
The Witness. Thank
Yes.
you.
Witness.
I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed to
witness.
see that
Sorry.
the word "witness" was for the religious terminology for that.
Was
word.
it actually?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
there
going to
is-
look into getting the game. Now
There
you
is lore,
kinda-
but I mean, it's got nothing to do with religion. Go play.
It's
it.
not
It's
the
fucking amazing.
Witness.
Well, never mind. Not
Moving
interested.
on,
Not
did-
interested.
Did some Necrodancer
Too much
stuff.
alcohol.
Yep.
Different kind of game.
Did some Necrodancer stuff. Made this guy go hating at me when I was playing Descent.
We'll raise the dead, but we can't talk about Witness. Sorry.
This
he's-
is so
he's so
weird
angry.
This is so weird doing this sober now. Like,
And I have to ask Morfod. Morfod, what was your impression of Monroe 4942 today?
Suck my cock. Suck my cock.
Less penis in this goddamn.
Fly a pyro. Suck my cock.
you know what they say about people who bring it up all the time?
Did they get it up all the time?
Pretty much. And then just a couple of other things I wanted to mention. Next Saturday, we're going to be doing a little bit of a Descent tournament. Morfod's
How can you do
In
a
it-
little bit of a Descent tournament? It is
It's a
or
small-
it isn't
it's
a
a small
Descent
Descent
tournament.
I'm talking
There
about
are
the
little
size of
ones
the
and there are
tournament.
big ones.
Yes.
The big ones have 4 people. The little ones have 3 people and one doesn't show up.
Yeah, pretty much.
God.
And then tomorrow on the other podcast that me and Morfod do for Self-Destruct Sequence,
Yes,
Uh,
this is big news.
we are going to be interviewing Matt Toshlag of Descent fame.
I
one of the
promise
original
I
creators
will
of the
be
game.
sober.
Yes, it's gonna be cool. I am
Bullshit.
so afraid I'm going to
Excuse
be
me.
calling the game Overwatch. It's
Are you?
Overload. It's not Overwatch.
Yeah,
But I'm
don't
so
do that.
afraid I'm going to be calling it the wrong thing. It's
So,
And
so in
Blizzard
other words,
will come and
we
see
have
you.
one of the original developers of the Descent franchise is going to be coming in. He's going to be talking about his reload, the game Overload, which is their reboot of the Descent franchise.
Yep.
This is pretty big. They have been following our show.
Really?
Here,
Wow.
here and there. They don't follow it religiously, but they
No,
do
but-
know that they do know enough about us that what has it been like 3 or 4 months that we've been trying to get arranged to get our schedules aligned.
Yeah, it's been a while. They've been busy. We've been kind of on a hiatus with Morphod School.
Well,
but,
because
yeah.
I was at school, but I mean this is exciting. It's I mean like I will probably harm myself if I don't do a good job tomorrow. This is so.
It'll be cool. I'm not working
This
myself up
is
that
huge.
much, and it's kind of like I want to go on the show and start screaming like the fanboy that I am, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
way.
we come from a multiplayer background, and that's not there yet. But we need to have a solid single player experience that everybody remembers from when they. Oh yeah, I remember playing Descent. Well, is it accessible? Does it bring in new players? That's the stuff we got to focus on, and it's really cool to have the original people there.
On a side note, I really want to hear Ron in a high pitched voice squealing like a schoolgirl. Oh my
Ron's-
god, it's you!
Oh my god, it's Matt Toshlag! Oh my god, I can't believe it! Holy shit!
No, Ron
Thank
used to
you,
be like
Ron.
that meme where the guy's like, where it says screaming internally.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I swear to goodness, your eyebrows just did some kind of anime bullshit.
That's amazing. Thank you, Penn.
Can we get somebody
Thank
to
you.
clip that for me on Twitch? That would be great.
Oh, please do.
Please, somebody.
For
clip
me?
it. Somebody clip
Yeah,
no,
just that.
someone clip that shit. That's, I need a copy of that.
can that be the instead of Brock staring at the camera? Can that be here?
Oh, that's even better.
I would like to extend compliments to Chris in chat for reload of the Overboot Descent Watch.
Yeah.
I said I would play that game.
You totally play that game. I'm done. That was it for me.
That's it. All right. Let's see. Morphod, what the hell you been doing?
I have been crying while I applied to. I have hit 100 job applications this week. I have applied to 100 engineering jobs all across the Northeast and the Midwest. And I have received I'm up to 18 rejection letters and a whole bunch of ghosts. And I have a couple of inactives where I've actually gone to interviews on site and they haven't gotten back to me and they haven't responded to my emails. And the best one in recent news is I have received a letter from a company that just got an announcement yesterday that their parent company, Siemens, yes.
Yeah, I know the company.
Yeah. So Dresser Rand apparently is owned by Siemens now for the past 3 or 4 years. Anyway, parent company said, we're reorganizing. And that's right. The job I applied to, then they announced that they were reorganizing the following day. So the job I'm applying to no longer exists because they're panicking in the middle of a reorganization.
You know, you can always come up here to
Reorganization.
Minnesota. There's a lot of jobs in Minnesota for engineers.
There are.
I am moving slowly out to the Midwest. I was very surprised that, in Indiana, there is such a strong demand of for engineers that they're looking as far as associate's degree and a wealth of experience, which I would easily qualify for. So, I am expanding my search, and I'm starting to.
Articat, the guys who make the snowmobiles and all that, they're actually looking for engineers now.
Well, I'm looking for an electronic engineering, hardware engineering. So if you've got any leads on that, hey, we'd love to hear it. Anyway, that's the game I've been playing. As far as actually actual video games, goodness, I really haven't had too much time to play outside of games that I have mentioned in the past week. I did have a very terrible experience playing Ronkly today in a very remarkably bright level, which I later learned that he was playing without all blue ships on, which meant only his ship blended into the walls. And because my ship was red, you could see it lit up like a fucking beacon of goddamn Gondor, and you're sitting along there in the shadows.
Actually, no one couldn't.
No, motherfucker, you were blue. You were blue, and there was stripes in the walls and blue, and you're flying along there like a fucking asshole. You can't even fucking see because so far behind me, I can't see my own asshole. You are my asshole, and you crawled right up it. I fucking hate you.
You're amazing, sir.
Oh God, too much.
And that's what I've been playing this week.
And then I played Melvin, and Melvin beat me worse than Morfod did. So Melvin's better than Morfod.
Well, I'm going to go land. I'm going to go land. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have a story. Did I talk about my smoker last week?
No.
Okay. So we played what happens when you don't listen to the instructions about how many times you should attempt to ignite your propane-powered device.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God. Here it goes.
So I pulled my smoker out of storage.
It
And of course,
looks like you have eyebrows still, though.
I do.
And
I do.
hair.
I do, but you do not see the singed clothing. And yes, we did indeed bring the smoker out of storage. We did not do a bubble test, soapy water and all that. And we started that motherfucker up, and it's like click, 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 click. Okay, it doesn't work. Fuck it. Motherfucker all over. It actually melted the knob off. It melted the igniter clean off. There is white scorch marks down the front.
You are my hero.
And my face was black. My hands were black. My shirt, I had jeans on. They are burned with a fucking hole through them. I actually rolled in the lawn.
Thank you. Thank you.
The most remarkable thing was the sound. It wasn't kaboom or anything.
It's like,
But I do
more like
distinctly
whoosh.
remember that I had the lower door open to the firebox. I'm like, all right, and it closed up, click, click, click. And I distinctly remember that motherfucker was wide the fuck open when I got back up. And the sound was like, and it's slow motion. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, like, it wasn't like a crack or a pop or anything. It was just the rushing sound of my near expiration. And I'm rolling around like a fucking asshole, flailing about in my lawn.
Meanwhile,
so glad that I had done this in the morning when there was still dew on the goddamn
stop,
ground.
drop, and roll.
in the meantime, Morfod was sitting there drinking his coffee and saying, "This is fun."
Everything is fine.
No, because what did I do? It's because the knob melted off. What did I do? I go back out there and I start up again. It does the same fucking thing, except I was out the way.
I just want.
And that's when I
want-
realized that the hose had been compromised, and I should probably replace the hose.
The first sign of insanity is doing the same thing multiple times, expecting a different result.
To be fair,
I
how many
thought-
times? To be fair, how many times did you press the igniter?
Okay. I did 5 times,
So
and I
five?
waited, and then just for fuck of it, I pressed it a 6th time, a little bit too late.
So yeah, exactly. Something different happened on that 6th attempt.
Ron, do not validate
Disproving-
his insanity.
Disproving Einstein.
And he's an
I just
engineer.
disproved Einstein.
He's an
I am
engineer.
fucking brilliant.
He's an engineer, so he did it again to see if it happened again.
Yeah. Are the results reproducible?
No, the results are not reproducible
yes.
because I was fully aware that there was more propane gas in the air.
I want to again say thank you to Kristen, who called out. Although unfortunately he or she was wrong, but they said this story is going to have something about genitals in it. I'm sure.
Oh, sadly, no.
Now,
Unfortunately,
the closest thing that it has to genitals is fuck.
Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, on that mark, following up that fantastic act,
that's what I've played this week. And here's the fucking broken piece of shit.
so having to follow that up is Mr. Pentherian. Good luck.
Good luck, Dan.
I didn't blow any shit up this week.
Did you actually
suck.
play a fucking game?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then you've done better than me. Thank you.
Still playing Dragon Age Inquisition. I cleared most of the war table. If you've played it, there's the war table and it has a bunch of missions on it. Many of the missions are you don't actually go out and do it. You just assign a character to go out and do it. And I'm clearing that off because I learned that some of them disappear as you move on with the plot. So I didn't want to lose out on them because I'm that kind of gamer who hates when opportunities to get cool shit go away before you get them. And so playing that and making slow progress. Also, I got invited to the Diablo 3 Necromancer beta. So playing some Necromancer is pretty fun.
I heard you were loving the bone.
I love the bones.
Oh my god.
Not sure I'm going to buy it. I think I will.
It's not that thrilling, huh?
It's like it's fun, but I was not like a D2 person. Like I played a little bit with a friend, but I just never got super into Diablo 2. And so I don't have that nostalgic need for it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I enjoy playing Diablo 3. It's fun. I might pick it up just so that I can play Necromancer and the new challenge rifts and stuff.
I was gonna say, aren't they putting out some new content with it, or is it
Yeah,
just the character?
there's some new content with it. So depending on what that content is and how much it ends up costing, I might pick it up. We'll see. And I just wanted to say, because I was not here last week, but I listened to the podcast, watched/listened, and I just want to say I wanted to agree with Morphod because I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience where you're listening to a podcast or watching a YouTube show, and someone says something, and you're just like, "No, fuck you, that's wrong. I want to say some shit to you and tell you why you're wrong." So when you guys were talking about the fact that people watch Twitch or they watch gaming, that games that they don't play. There's a news story about people like 47% of people watch games that they don't play. And I was like just raging in my car because you guys were talking at first about, it's like, I watch football, but I don't play football. And rip stream. Is our stream still going?
Uh-oh.
There's issues, but it's fun.
Okay. I was really getting mad. And then Morphod basically spoke exactly my mind of what I was going to say. And that's that there's an accessibility difference between I can't just go out and play football Like I watch football on TV, but I can't go out and just play football. But if I'm watching League or I'm watching Overwatch or I'm watching any particular game, all it takes is for me to buy that game. Now, there's something to be said about watching an expert, watching a master at a craft playing that game. And we've talked about that before. Like, why do people watch people
I
playing
watch a
games?
blacksmith do work, for goodness sake.
Sure. Watching someone who's really good at something, there's something to be said about that. But just the idea that, oh, well, I watch it, but I don't do it, there's no barrier to entry to playing Overwatch, like, except for $40 or whatever it costs, right? You buy the game, you
And a
play the
potato.
game, and a potato. But if you're already watching it on Twitch, you can probably run the game even on low settings.
Yeah.
So just the idea that I just wanted to say thank you to Morphod for saying what I felt about it's not exactly apples to apples to say, well, if you watch soccer but you can't play soccer, but you don't play soccer, it's like the same thing. But you can't play a pickup game of soccer at a moment's notice. You can jump into an Overwatch game or a League game or a Hearthstone game or a Heroes game or any multiplayer online game. You can jump into that at a moment's notice and play, even if it's not, you're not you're not PentaQ and you don't have, everyone's going to be really good. Like, you might be shitty, but you can play the game. But strictly not playing the game, but still watching the game, it's a different thing. So
It is.
not to get totally into that discussion again, but I just wanted to. I wanted to say that I really appreciated it because I was so angry that I had an opinion on it and no one was saying it. And then Morphod said exactly what I wanted to say.
That's what I specialize in. I say what people are thinking that they don't want to say or they're otherwise incapable of saying.
Yeah.
And for this reason, the people on the internet have found all of the things that I have said, particularly the unpleasant ones, and have recommended that I do not be hired.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hire you as my podcast co-host.
yeah. Yeah. He's a good guy, even though he likes to blow himself up. Hire him.
Or at least
Because then
half
he can
that.
blow up your place. Anyway.
I do very good work. It just sometimes in
Allegedly.
the process of discovering what the solution is, there is a truly remarkable amount of fire.
Right. Well said. Oh my goodness. Well said. All right, you guys. Let's move on to my favorite part of the show. I've been waiting for this.
Will there be
whole
fire?
Past hour. There might be
Probably
fire. Surprisingly enough, that's how absolutely crazy this part goes. You guys guessed it. I love it. It's the 6 Gaming Roundtable.
We found a round table.
Sweet.
No, we didn't.
I don't
Yes,
have
we
to come
did.
up with
Yes,
anything.
we
not
did.
a round
It's
table.
in
It's not a round
storage.
table.
It's in storage. But
Uh-oh.
Nick has a round table.
Uh-oh, okay. All right. I'll have to be here for this.
Yes.
We'll need to play a game of Super Fight around this round table. Have you played that game?
I have not.
Super Fight? Okay.
It's like Action Castle.
No, it's different. Come back to me after this section.
I have a round coffee table. God damn it.
I want to know about his props.
I don't.
Freaking Coles.
All right. Anyway, what do we have for this week's topic?
Nothing. Say some shit.
Say some shit. All right. I got to say, I went and I bought this little chair here.
Oh, you're one of those.
I'm one of those, right? So here's the thing, right?
So does it have like a theme song? Go
Do you get
DX
paid?
Racer. Go
It's-
DX Racer. Go
Do you
DX
get
Racer.
paid?
Go.
No,
You
but
get
I
paid a
gotta
lot
say,
of money killing chickens.
in my opinion, it is a little bit overhyped.
Turkeys, Dan. Turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
So anyway, the chair.
If any of you
I-
turkeys
Shut up,
didn't
cat.
chicken out or duck this question, I'm
it's
going
a
to goose you
little
hard.
bit-
You're going to end up eating crow.
Yeah, thank you. It's a little overhyped in my opinion. It's a comfortable chair. Is it worth the price that I ended up paying for it? I don't think that it is. So my question to you guys then is, how far is too far for gaming related hardware? Like what would be the max that you would pay? You know, do you guys always believe in the hype that goes around a lot of these things? Like their gaming headsets. Well, I don't have a gaming headset. I have a set of Shure headphones. These are probably the best sounding headphones I've ever owned. I don't buy gaming headphones.
What the fuck is on your head?
Well, yes, because I couldn't find my speaker. This is a very old set of headphones. But they're not even gamer headphones. These are like old POS, like not even third party. These are like China knockoff party. So
It's about fifth or sixth party right there.
yeah, give or take.
I would say that I love the Power Glove. It is so bad.
The Power Glove was amazing. How dare you? How dare you?
I'm just quoting the wizard. Come on.
So, all right. So, I have a device here.
I don't want to see it, Ron.
It is nothing like what you'd find in either Shosan's or Morfad's.
So it doesn't work with my.
But
Oculus?
I have this.
What the hell is that?
This is a Leap motion controller.
Oh god, you have one of those.
I have one of those, and it's probably the worst purchase I've ever made.
Well said.
It is so useless. I think I've tried using it a couple times. I tried playing some of the games that came with it, and the controller was just so bad that it sits here. I have it plugged in. I have the software installed. I never use it.
Ron, I want to see you play Necromancer using that. Be like,
Can't.
boop,
It's too bad.
boop, boop.
Plus, it doesn't imitate keyboard controls. It's more of a pointing device,
We'll make it
a 3D
work.
pointing device. But
That's
yeah, I mean, there's that. But some of the things that I got on a whim and turned out to be all right. I have this little touch display. It's 800 by 400. It's my screen is this wide. This screen is this wide. It's much smaller. And it's perfect. It's a perfect utility monitor, something I've always wanted, things like that. So, I mean, I've made some good purchases. I've made some bad purchases, but as far as how much I would spend, that really has a lot to do with my income.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Well, like Kristen says, Dance Dance Revolution mats.
I got 2 of those.
Do you?
Those were also a bad thing because I never used them.
Yeah,
I just cannot
my
get into
wife-
that game.
My wife demanded that we buy a DDR for the Wii, and she played for like a week, and then they collect us in the attic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got them because I
VDR?
played them at a party and enjoyed it, and played it for like 5 minutes, and was like, okay, this is a pain in the butt because I have to get them out and put them away every time I want to use them.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, I've got a 3-year-old, and I'm sure at some point he'll enjoy playing with it, but for how long, I don't know.
My chair was nice. I've got, for example, Razer mouse, right? So tons of hype behind it. But I got to say, this is probably one of the best mice I've ever owned. It really is great. I've got I guess you could call it a gaming keyboard. It's a Corsair. Amazing. The chair? Not so much. I bought steering wheels in the past. Completely regret it. I use them for like maybe a week, and then I realize I fucking hate racing games.
How'd you like your Mondas? Whatever. What's your shit for playing Elite Dangerous?
Oh, my HOTAS?
HOTAS.
Yes, actually, because again, 3D. It's all right there, connected on my crazy fucking desk. But I've got all
That
my.
is the-
Fucking Christ, that desk
I
is
have
like...
never seen so many LEDs on a dildo before.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ah!
It's crazy.
I was going to comment on how cluttered that desk was.
It's
That
pretty
is ridiculous.
Right
I can't
Do you
take.
guys remember the messy desk contest on bash.org?
No,
Oh, God,
never saw
Bash.
it.
Vaguely.
Do you people remember bash.org?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it's a quote
Yeah.
database.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make certain that I was talking to the right
I mean,
people.
it worked only because my password was 102.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
I say 102, but you guys hear beep.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. No, I mean, my desk is cluttered, but it's all full of gear and gadgets and kind of worthless shit. I'll tell you what, for the Oculus, right? It comes with this little fucking remote control. This
Yeah.
thing is about as worthless as it gets.
You can send it to me.
I
if
mean,
want.
you
It comes
could
free,
reasonably
but-
you could reasonably fit that up your ass.
Yeah, I mean, it is. sized, I guess, for that.
Yeah.
So
Kristen said that their useless RGB keyboard became useful when Shadow Warrior 2 automatically changed to show them the controls.
oh yeah.
So that's
Definitely.
I've been thinking about picking up an RGB keyboard. I might just get a mechanical keyboard at some point. I know it goes clickety clickety click, but my keys don't always press very nicely on this keyboard. So
That's what I love about my Corsair. It's a mechanical and it's got the RGB shit on there, so it's cool. I like it. Anyway,
Ron disappeared. I think his wife may have killed him.
maybe. No, I mean, I kind of side with Ron on it. You know, it entirely depends on my budget, but I'm like the perfect consumer. You know, I buy into some of this pointless fucking hype and I'll buy something and then I realize that it's a complete fucking waste of my time and money. And I suddenly become depressed at the fact that I wasted money on something.
It's
So
not waste. If you liked it, then
if you
it's
like it, yeah, but I've been let down more times than I've been impressed.
any
So-
shit that you don't want, feel free to send to me.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, as far
So-
as accessory, sorry.
No, go
How
on.
about a head tracking
Oh.
unit? You want a head tracking unit?
Oh,
I will send you. I will send you the one I'm not using, and you can just play to your little heart's content with it.
As far as gaming accessories, I tend to the frugal side of things, even when I do have a bit of money. More actually out of a pride thing rather than what I could afford. I could have afforded the ridiculously priced high performance Razer mouse, but instead I wound up with a Logitech G400S, which was an optical mouse. Why didn't you go laser? So, well, because this is the minimum quality mouse that does everything that I could ask it for. More significant to me was the shape of it. I didn't want to adapt to a new shape. It's the same shape that every Logitech mouse I have owned before that. It's what I'm used to. The only thing I wish I could do is take it apart and put more weight in it, because I used to like wireless mice because the weight of the batteries.
Yeah.
You know, I owned a Logitech though that you could put weights into it. It had the adjustable weight thing.
Right, but
That was cool.
But the ones that can do that are not the same shape as the G400S. And I want optical because it's a mature technology that is predictable rather than laser, which I don't know. I've just had funny experience with laser, and I'm going to be irrationally suspicious of it. And I why bother paying for something when my reactions are not sharp enough to justify using a laser mouse anyway?
I've got this Anchor mouse that was like $10, and I used to have a Logitech mouse, and it worked pretty well. And then the clicks stopped working correctly. It would double click. It's why one of the reasons I stopped raiding on Warcraft for a while is that every time I tried to click, it would double click, and or I would try to double click and it would single click and it'd be fucked up.
Mhm.
And so I bought this, and it was like $10-15, and it works fantastically. And Ron is completely fucked up on his
Screen sharing for whatever reason.
so we're going to continue on.
Well, either way, the other things that I have purchased a mechanical keyboard, and I had the Red Cherry. I really
Love those
thought
switches.
it was either red. No, it was red or brown. But all I remember is that it was it wasn't clicky, and it was like the best tactile response that I have experienced. I have a Blue Cherry now. Blue Cherry clone, which it's better than the laptop keyboard, which is affected by overheating. Very important when I'm playing Descent and I'm holding down a key. I let up on it, and it actually continues to register for about a half second afterward.
Interesting.
I guess that's something common in overheating laptops. Not very good for gaming at all. When I let up on the key, I want you to stop moving forward.
Yeah.
So I just bought a cheapo, and it works. I'm not fond of it. I don't like how clicky it is, and I miss my good Cherry keyboard. So that's definitely a purchase that I would make in the future, is a good mechanical keyboard. I did have an old IBM Spring keyboard that I enjoyed for a bit, but as far as gaming goes, I felt that
customization that the Cherry keys had was worth the expense. Things that I did not buy for myself that other people purchased for me as gifts that turned out to be really awesome. I can't really show this because my webcam is integrated into my laptop. I think I'll make an effort though. But I have one of those gigantic Goliathus mouse pads.
Yes,
And
I've got one. Of
I
those.
never ever would have purchased this for myself, but I told my dad I want a really big mouse pad. And he decided to be a coy little fuck, and he got me the largest goddamn mouse pad he could. I love the thing. I have enough room that I have like improvised space all the way over here. That's all smooth mouse pad.
I mean, this guy.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
giant fucking mat of a mouse pad.
Yeah. So I think mine's the really wide one.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, mine's got to be at least 4 feet long, 3.5, 4 feet long. It's a wide motherfucker. It's that wide.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like if you can wrap around my head twice, I got a fat head. So just and of course this Yeti microphone, it's a bit heavy. It's a little bit under performance for what it costs, but it has served me very well.
A lot of people rave about the Yeti, though. So,
well,
I get
there are
that.
also people like me who don't have a lot of audio experience. There are better
Right.
microphones in the same price range that, if you did your research, they would have done you very well. The last thing I'll mention is audio. I'm not an audiophile. I'm using. I forgot to pack my headset, so I actually my headphones. So I actually went and bought a cheap $10 headset from Walmart.
ugh, I couldn't do that.
Just to get through. But I participated in a mass drop.
I
for
love
the-
Mass
for-
Drop.
Yeah, for the Hi-Fiman HE350. And
Nice.
my goodness, what a brilliant stereo headset. I've heard things from songs that I have listened to for years that I have never heard before. And I'm not an audio snob. I'm putting them on, I'm experiencing it, and it's like, wow, I've never heard those notes before. And even out of my very, very humble laptop with just an
Yeah.
onboard audio processor. And I've bought a Creative Labs Sound Blaster card and played around with it back when they were actually worth a shit. So, just the quality stuff for gaming. And finally, the best accessory that I've ever purchased was the BenQ monitor. I still when I got rid of all my hardware equipment and head back to school, totally kept the monitor. 120 hertz, 24-inch. I know there's 144 hertz monitors out there, but no, this thing's gorgeous. It's very convenient. It's highly, I could configure it up and down, left, right, twist it upside down.
I think you and I have the same monitor.
Yeah, probably.
Because I love this BenQ.
This is my my second monitor over here.
Oh God, how do you see on
Mhm.
that thing?
It's a tiny little BenQ monitor that I got for free because a friend was getting rid of it. He's like, I'm getting rid of this monitor. I'm like, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just my second monitor for having Discord and
Whatever else.
like if I'm playing Diablo, I want to put my build up on the other side or whatever.
Yeah.
As far as White Elephant purchases, again, I generally am very careful about what I buy for accessories, but I did really enjoy my 5.1 surround sound headset
Yeah, those are nice.
from Rocket. And yes, I did. The manufacturing quality is a little lacking on it. It's not very terribly robust. So yes, I did pull it apart and have to solder some wires back in place. But that requires a dedicated USB for power, and it has 5 channels for your it has 6 channels for your 5.1. So you have 3 plugs that you got to plug into the back of your computer. It had front, it had back. It was open backed. Headset, and it had vibrator units to simulate the subwoofer.
Of course.
And that was fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
I've never had as much fun with a headset as I have with that Rocket 5.1 surround sound.
These
However-
headphones I have on do the same thing with that weird bass response, the vibration thing.
Yeah, they
It's
got little
weird at
vibrator
first.
units. You pick off, they go like brrr, but
Yeah.
it works. It works. But
It is.
As far as the clarity, though, I would have to say that the actual sound quality I got out of my Hi-Fi and HE350s is the best that I've experienced so far. So even though I may be listening to, really loud, pump 'em up music while I'm playing TF2 and like, I want my surround sound headset. At the end of the day, I really do appreciate the manufacturing quality of the HE350 that does so much with only 2 channels. So, but other than that, I really don't have any. I don't really have any white elephants as far as gaming equipment goes. So, haha, motherfuckers! If you wasted your money.
Yeah, you're on the whole other page there. How about you, Ben? I mean, we know you're all about getting free shit, but
No, I don't buy a whole lot of gaming accessories because my mouse and keyboard are pretty much it. I bought a Steam Link and Steam controllers.
yeah,
I've been
good when
happy
they're
with those.
hardwired.
Yeah, no, my Steam. So I have a AC adapter for my internet. If you guys have ever power line, I think is what a lot of people call it. So the you plug an internet, you plug a cable, a coax, not coax. You plug a Cat5 cable into this box, and you plug the box into your power line, and then you can plug another box into any other of your power line, and it basically transmits your internet over your power line, and it's almost as fast as a regular wired connection. And I run my Steam Link off of that, so that runs nicely.
I've never had good experience with that technology.
It kind of depends on what circuits, like if they're on a different breaker, what circuits that it's on and whatever. And it just happens to work better because weirdly, like my router is right there. Like there's my computer's in like the sunroom, right? And then we have our living room and the router's right there. But it happens that there's a wall that sticks out. And
surgery can fix that.
It's basically like a solid brick wall because it's also oh my god, fucking shut up, cat. It's like a chimney.
Meow.
Yeah. There's a fireplace and a chimney right there.
Meow.
So the internet cable does not, or the internet signal does not. I'm so distracted and drunk. The internet signal does not go well through that area.
Meow.
Meow.
Gary.
Shut up, Milo. Anyway, so the power line works pretty well.
Gary, move your ass.
I'm gonna go fucking kick this cat.
Poor cat. Doesn't deserve to be kicked.
Kristen says, Kristen, please come back next week.
All right. So basically, you shove your dick in the wall. Someone else
And
shoves
then you
their
get-
dick.
Here we go
And the
with
dick
penis
suck-
on the podcast again, guys.
The tips touch. The tips touch.
Jesus Christ.
No. It's an electrical connection. It's not a
Right.
physical connection.
Yes.
So there's a continuity between the tips.
The tips feel like they're touching.
We're
but they're
done.
not- they're
Okay,
not.
we're done. We're totally done.
You dock the tips together.
And Shosan is muted again.
All right. So I'm back. Yes. So thank
be
you
done.
guys.
I
We're
need to
gonna
go
we're
kick
just
this
gonna
cat.
gloss over this last 10 seconds.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, all right, you guys. So thank you very much for joining us this week on the Six Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Shosan, and with me an awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts. But first, before we say goodbye, I do have to say thank you guys very, very much in our awesome chat. We had a lot of fun talking with
Special
you
thanks
guys.
to
Talking with
for
the
being
only
awesome.
person who is in chat talking to us.
Coles is
Yeah,
talking.
pretty much. Well, yeah, Cole's is
Okay,
talking,
but there's only one person who matters, and that's Chris.
yeah, exactly. We generally have a rule about ignoring Coles, so that's all. So
Largely because he tries to send us videos.
yeah, and we don't want to see that at all. So Chris,
those
you
you guys
gotta
are
come back
weird,
next
and I'm
week.
glad at least one of you is locked in the dungeon. Two of them
Yeah.
are locked in the dungeon.
I'm not locked in any dungeon.
I sadly
I
am.
choose to be here. My
No, I
clients
was-
enjoy coming here as well.
Admittedly, I was banished. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so very much. We do this every Saturday at 10 p.m. Central Time, so please join us again. If you don't know the difference between Central Time and wherever the fuck your time zone is, well, learn to do math.
11 p.m. Eastern,
What?
8 p.m. Pacific.
I would rather just send you to do math.
If you're in Mountain
fine.
Time, you're fucking worthless or Mormon.
Or play Descent a lot.
I don't even know what to say to this. All right. Thank you guys very much. So, without further ado, I will let my awesome and illustrious set of co-hosts say goodnight. So, Mr. Pantherian, please say goodnight, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir. Oh, I don't want to do this. More fun. Say goodnight.
El grillo,
Oats
el
and hoes.
grillo buen cantor.
Oats and hose.
God damn it, Coles. I didn't buy a yearly package. That was a mistake.
You
That
just
was a
bought his
mistake.
package.
So that's how big it is. It's a yearly package.
No,
That's
I wanted to do the trial and he duped me. Anyway, moving on. That's too much about my
I mean,
personal
it's a pretty
affairs.
big package if it has to be classified as yearly.
Hi-oh. Moving on.
I have to go murder this cat, so let's get going.
Rod, say goodnight.
Where the fuck have we gone so wrong with this
Oh,
podcast?
God. We started a show.
Ron, it's actually your fault because you invited me.
I invited you, yes, but that
That's
doesn't
true.
explain the rest of it.
That's true. That is
It's
true.
kind of a sick feedback loop, and I didn't take controls engineering courses, so I can't tell you why it has spiraled into a clusterfuck.
The settling time of this is not good. So
Yeah. All right.
If this was a PID controller, it's already fried.
Two
All right,
freaking engineers
so-
talking to each other. Love
yeah, moving on. All right, you guys, thank you so very much for joining us. I am, of course, Shosan. Please join us next week right here at the same time, same
So
place.
you too
Got
can
it.
also suffer.
Oh, every time. So, all right, Mr. Runkley, without further ado, would you please take it away?
See ya, bye.